This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
It has nearly been a year since 3 kids were killed crossing a highway to get onto their school bus. This morning, their accused killer will stand trial.
Plus, it's been 7 months since baby Amaya disappeared. Now at 5 o'clock, what her mother says is making the search for her daughter difficult.
And ice and snow are hopefully still a ways away. We are working for you with how road crews will spend today getting ready for Old Man Winter's arrival. But first, here at 5 o'clock, we want to welcome you in. I'm Meredith Barrett.
And I'm Lauren Casey. No ice and snow today, but it does feel chilly as you're stepping out the door. Todd Clausen is here to tell us what we can expect today, Todd.
Yeah, we do have a little rain in the forecast, but that is towards the tail end of our day. A lot of dry hours today, and temperatures that will actually be going back above normal. But as Lauren mentioned, it is a little on the cool side here this morning, so you probably need at least the lights and maybe medium weight jacket. Not cold enough, though, for the hat and gloves. That is the good news. And then have those sunglasses handy as well, at least for the first half of the day. So yesterday we had temperatures that were in the low 30s. Some of you got down below freezing. Not the case here this morning. 38 in Crawfordsville, 39 is the current temperature in Peru, still holding on to 45 degrees in Indianapolis, and it's 42 as you make your way into the Newcastle area. So skies are clear. We'll wake to a lot of sunshine here once the sun comes up, which is a little before 8 o'clock, and then off to our west. Not a whole lot of moisture, but there is a cold front that is going to start to make its way through the area later on this evening, and that is going to, one, increase the cloud cover throughout the afternoon hours, and then eventually bring us some showers, but that will be after sunset. So a good amount of sunshine this morning. We warm really quick with a gusty wind out of the south. 63 by the noon hour, 73 is your high temperature. We'll talk more about the timeline for the showers later on this evening, coming up in just a few minutes. Lauren.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. We want to give you a look at a road construction project right now that's closing a bridge. The bridge is closed of Cold Spring Road here between 30th Street and 38th Street for this project. Avoid that spot today. Let's take a look over on the west side of town. A live picture from our INDOT traffic camera along I-465 and I-74. Traffic here still pretty quiet this morning. We'll keep an eye out for any delays and keep you updated throughout the day. Well, the woman accused of hitting and killing 3 children at their bus stop up in northern Indiana is set to go on trial this morning.
It has been almost 1 year since the crash killed 9-year-old Olivia Stahl and her twin brothers, 6-year-old Mason and Xavier Engel. That's up in Fulton County. Alyssa Shepard faces several charges now, including reckless homicide. The kids were crossing the street to get on their school bus when Shepard's truck hit them. She told police she saw lights but did not realize they were from a bus until the kids were right in front of her. RTV6's Kelsey Anderson is headed to Fulton County and will have more on the impacts of this case a little later.
Well, we can tell you since that crash last October, state lawmakers have made school bus safety a main priority. Back in July, lawmakers passed tougher penalties for drivers who pass school bus stop arms. Police across the state have also started riding school buses in an effort to catch drivers who are blowing past the stop arms. The effort is part of a $400,000 grant issued by Governor Eric Holcomb. Cameras are also now required on school bus stop arms. In addition, children can no longer cross state highways to get on the bus.
A hearing is scheduled later this morning for the man accused of renting his adopted daughter an apartment and abandoning her in Tippecanoe County. Michael Barnett and his now ex-wife adopted a young girl from the Ukraine in 2010, but they say the girl was actually an adult pretending to be a child. Earlier this month, Barnett's attorney filed a motion to dismiss the charges.
Well, the mother of a missing baby, Amaya, says the threats and harassment continue more than 6 months after her daughter's disappearance. Baby Amaya was last seen back in March 9th. Robertson says there's not a day that goes by that she doesn't think about where her daughter Amaya is, but she says the search is being made more difficult by people spreading misinformation and threatening her online.
I get threatened that I'm going to be protested at my job, protested at houses that I'm at. I get threatened that I'm going to get beat up, whatever the case may be. And I mean, this isn't how it should be. I mean, this is a 1-year-old that is missing, that would love to be home and gets no help from people because they waste their time spending it on bashing me.
Investigators continue to ask the public to come forward with information about what happened to baby Amaya.
Metro police say a shooting that left a man dead on the southwest side happened during a struggle for a gun during some sort of transaction. Police were called to the scene on Man Road south of Kentucky Avenue around 4 o'clock Monday afternoon. Investigators say other people who may have been involved with the transaction are cooperating. If you have any information about what may have happened during this incident, please call Crime Stoppers.
The fight against dangerous vaping continues. Investigators have confiscated several boxes of fake vaping pods and starter kits up in northern Indiana, at a northern Indiana store, rather. A 2-month investigation from excise police honed in on Zip Food store that's up in Lake County. They found the store had been selling fake Juul pods after customers complained. Police there are working to determine exactly where those fake items came from in the first place. State leaders say the hazards associated with counterfeit vaping products are a serious threat to public health.
The Indianapolis City County Council has passed Mayor Joe Hugsett's 2020 budget, includes $1.2 million for IMPD body cameras, and an additional $8 million for the Department of Public Works, which is about a 5% increase, and a 40% cut of funding to the mayor's office. For a more in-depth look at the budget, you can head on over to the RTV6 app and click on this story.
Now to Democracy 2020. The governor's race in Indiana is still more than a year away, but it's getting competitive on one side of the ticket. 34-year-old Josh Owens is one of 3 Democrats running for governor, but unlike the other 2, he has no previous experience in state government. Owens is the CEO of Indianapolis-based tech company and instructor of economics and statistics at Butler. He says despite the lack of governmental experience, he's the right choice.
I think, background matters. I think that's an important thing. I think I check all of those boxes. It's certainly different than a typical politician, which is fine. But I think that the leadership that we need is really around having a diverse set of experiences outside of the political realm.
Owens released his education policy last week. He wants to pay Indiana teachers a minimum of $50,000 and phase out the current school voucher program.
It only felt like fall for a couple of weeks, but the Indiana Department of Transportation is already preparing for winter. Later today, INDOT will inspect each snow plow in the Indianapolis area to make sure the department is ready for plowing and salting. It will be the first fleet inspection in the city. INDOT's winter operations usually go from mid-November through mid-March, but as you know, it all depends on Mother Nature. And Todd, some folks here in central Indiana may be waking up to a bit of frost out there.
Yeah, in certain locations, we dealt with it yesterday. It's a possibility here this morning as well in some outlying areas, as temperatures today are running a few degrees warmer than they were at this point yesterday. But nonetheless, you'll need the jacket with clear skies this morning. We'll be hovering right around generally that 40-degree mark throughout much of the morning commute for you. And then once we get past the morning drive, that's when temperatures will really start to moderate nice and quick. So skies are clear right now. There is a weak front off to our west that's going to slide through the area, and that will increase the cloud cover as the day goes on. So we go from mostly sunny to partly cloudy to eventually mostly cloudy, but with a southerly wind, temperatures today will be above the normal high of 66, going into the low 70s in northern locations, southern locations into the mid to upper 70s, and potentially maybe 80 degrees, and then in and around the metro area, low 70s to maybe about 75 degrees from Greenfield to 74 in Franklin. It's very comfortable today, but there will be some rain chances after sunset. More on that coming up in just a few minutes.
Todd, thank you. New details about a Major League Baseball player who overdosed in his hotel room back in July. New this morning, we're learning more about how that player got the drugs found in his system.
Plus, are you thinking about the holiday gift-giving season? We are working for you this morning with what you should buy now and what you should wait on.
And here's a live look right now at our traffic camera up in Fishers. Good morning to you. I-69 here at 96th Street. Looks like we do have some road construction going on there in the shoulder of the road, but everything's traveling smoothly through this area. We'll keep an eye on that spot and keep you updated. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Days from 4:30 to 7.
Welcome back. It is 5:11 here on your Tuesday, and we are monitoring some road construction right now on the south side. This is I-65 and South Fort Road. Use caution heading through that area.
A soldier injured 10 years ago while searching for a fellow comrade in Afghanistan has died. Master Sergeant Mark Allen passed away over the weekend. He was 46 years old. Allen was shot in the head in 2009 when he and other soldiers were looking for Bo Bergdahl. Bergdahl had deserted his post and was captured by the Taliban. Soldiers from his unit, including Allen, spent 19 days searching for him. In 2017, Allen's wife testified at Bergdahl's sentencing hearing that his injury caused endless health issues and required him to be under 24/7 care.
New this morning, we are learning more about the death of a Major League Baseball player that happened over the summer. ESPN reports the director of communications for the Los Angeles Angels provided oxycodone to pitcher Tyler Skaggs before he died. Eric Kay told investigators he illegally obtained 6 oxycodone pills and gave 3 to Skaggs a day or 2 before his team left for the road trip to Texas. Skaggs passed away July 1st in a hotel in Texas before the team was set to play the Texas Rangers. High levels of opioids were found in the player's system. Skaggs played for the South Bend Silver Hawks back in 2010.
Arrested again, the woman nicknamed a serial stowaway was taken into custody at Chicago's O'Hare Airport. Authorities say 67-year-old Marilyn Hartman was attempting to pass through security without a boarding pass or identification. She is now charged with 1 felony count of criminal trespass. She's expected to appear in court on Sunday. Hartman is still on probation from a previous trespass incident and is banned from going to O'Hare or Midway airports without a boarding pass. She has been arrested multiple times at various airports in the U.S. and overseas since 2014.
Authorities say a cargo ship capsized off Georgia's coast in September must be dismantled and removed. Officials say it's not possible to safely right and refloat the Golden Ray fully intact. The timeline for dismantling and removal is not yet known. State health officials are still warning the public to stay alert when swimming and fishing, as oil may still be present in the area beaches. 24 people on the vessel were rescued when it capsized. Back here at home, we do have some changes in the forecast. Todd, what can we expect?
Yeah, cold front's going to be arriving later on this evening, and that is going to bring some rain chances back into central Indiana. So here's how it plays out. The first half of the day is dry. Your morning commute, no issues whatsoever weather-wise. I know it's showing about a 20% chance of a spot shower here early in the afternoon. I wouldn't really bank on it. I don't think it's really from 7 o'clock until 7 o'clock onward that we run the chance of seeing some showers making their way into our area as that cold front passes through. So here's a live look outside right now. And again, it's mainly clear, 45 degrees. That's the current temperature. The dew points in the upper 30s. The air is very dry, and that's a key factor as some of that rain does start to approach as we work our way into the evening hours. 30s and 40s this morning, so it's cool. You need the jacket. It's not as cold, though, as it was yesterday morning when some areas dipped down to about 34, even some of you below freezing over in Montgomery County. It's 42, though, right now in Greenfield. 36 is the current temperature over in Richmond. But our trend for today is to actually bring some warmer temperatures into the forecast. And you can see some of these warmer temperatures just to our southwest. We're at 55 in St. Louis, 60s as you work your way into parts of Arkansas. And that warm front will be lifting through during the course of the day today, bringing in those temperatures for us here into the 70s. The trade-off, though, is going to be a pretty gusty wind that's going to develop throughout the day. So first a warm front comes through, and then the cold front will come through. Very hard to identify right now when you just look at the satellite radar picture because, again, the air is very, very dry, so there's not a whole lot of moisture out there as of right now. So your morning hours are terrific, warming quickly up into the upper 50s by 11 a.m. Should be into the low 60s by the noon hour, eclipsing our high from yesterday, probably by about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we'll be in the low 70s with mostly cloudy skies from 3 p.m. onward, and then we bring in the rain chance. So here's how it plays out for you on TrueCast. Again, there could be a stray shower as we work our way into the evening drive, but it's really closer to 7 o'clock and onward, and that we start to see some showers develop. The heaviest rainfall potential that is going to be as we work our way into Tuesday evening, and that's going to be from Seymour to Greensburg over towards the Richmond area. Maybe a rumble of thunder, but we're not expecting any severe weather. And then most of the showers are off to the east as we get into the midnight hour, and that will set us up for tomorrow, which will be a cooler day for us with partly cloudy skies. So this evening, have the rain gear handy. Temperatures, though, are nice and mild. We will be in the 60s across the area, and then going forward in this forecast, tomorrow 53 degrees, mostly mostly sunny skies. As we work our way into Thursday, 58, still plenty of sunshine, still below normal. And as we work our way into the Friday forecast, notice the temperature back up to 65 degrees. We're warming up, and we're going to take those warmer temperatures all the way up into the weekend as well, with highs that'll be in the 70s for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, with some showers moving in potentially late Sunday, and then off and on again throughout the day on Monday.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Here is a live look at construction right now. This is I-465 at Ditch Road, and look at all this road work going on here. You can see the workers there if you look closely. This is an ongoing construction project that we have here on the north side of town. Might slow you down just a little bit this morning, especially as you're traveling eastbound. We're going to be keeping you updated, but traffic could be moving slowly just due to this construction. So let's take a look at our map, and it's showing some slowdowns here in the eastbound direction, but really you can see it's mostly just construction, not a whole lot of cars out there this early hour, so that is good news. Let's take a turn right now down to the south side, I-465, a little west of State Road 37. Traffic in this area is picking up this morning, but it's moving along just fine. No crashes around the metro area to slow you down.
California students can hit the snooze button. That's because the state is pushing back school start times. A new law prevents middle schools from starting before 8 a.m. and high schools before 8:30. The new law makes California the first state in the country to push back school start times. The legislation is designed to give students more sleep time and improve education. Critics say it could push extracurricular activities further into the evening and have a disproportionately negative impact on working families. The law will go into effect in 2022.
Here at 518, RTV6 is hiring Hoosiers, connecting you with jobs, skills, and resources. A big part of that is education, and this one is one learning opportunity, rather, that's answering a big need. The Girl Scouts are about to get a helping hand in learning science, technology, engineering, and math. Microsoft teaming up with the Girl Scouts to launch free STEM badge workshops at Microsoft stores across the U.S. The workshops will help younger Scouts earn 5 badges in robotics, computer expertise, digital photography, and movie making.
It's hard to believe, but the holidays are right around the corner. And this morning, John Matarese is working for you with what's a good bargain now and what you should wait to buy until Black Friday so you don't waste your money.
It's now mid-October, which means Black Friday is just 5 weeks away. So should you shop now or hold off till November? The savings website DealNews.com has just released its list of the best things to buy in October. Deal News calls this a very tricky month, with the biggest shopping event of the year coming soon. But it says some items are better buys right now. Deal News says October is a great month to buy shrubs and perennials. They're on sale now, and they won't be next spring. Also, 2014 cars and trucks and vacations and cruises. Lots of deals now. They'll be more expensive to book in December. What to wait on? Deal News says hold off for a few weeks on cold weather apparel, big screen TVs, and laptops and iPads. November is bargain time for electronics. Finally, Deal News says to get the best price on a Halloween costume, wait till next week when stores start slashing costume prices. And that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese. Good morning, Indiana.
For more money-saving tips and ideas, you can visit the money section of our website, theindychannel.com.
Well, these look like doodles you'll find in your neighborhood watering hole, but after the break, why these drawings are worth a whole lot more.
And coming up on GMA, we have 7 words that every parent with a Disney-loving child knows. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. The iconic dance that ends every episode of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is getting a reboot for the Disney Junior show, Mickey Mouse Mixed Up Adventures. This morning on Good Morning America, Mickey Mouse is showing off his new dance moves.
And here's a live look right now on the downtown area, I-65 near Fletcher Avenue. We can see traffic here is traveling up to speed between the north and south splits. We'll keep you updated on any construction or delays this morning. Stick around. We'll be right back after this break.
Drive at Honda of Fishers.
Welcome back. Time right now is 5:24 on your Tuesday, and we're monitoring a whole lot of construction up here on the north side. This is along I-465 at Ditch Road. Traffic is still able to get by, though, so that is good news in both directions. We'll continue to monitor this and keep you updated this morning.
If you love cheese curds, today is your day. It's National Cheese Curd Day. The curds are a product of cheese making. They eventually become blocks of cheese once they are formed and aged. Wisconsin is famous for theirs, which are breaded and fried. They are also a crucial ingredient in the Canadian dish poutine. Looks delicious.
I love cheese curds. Well, a Manhattan bar has some graffiti on the wall that could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Japanese artist Yoshitomo Nara used a felt tip pen to draw on the wall of East Village Bar Niagara in 2009. The head of the private sales at Sotheby's says that there's no certification for the drawing, and they're not included in Nara's professional portfolio, and that would impact the price. But Nara doesn't want the images sold, and the bartender says the images are actually encased in a thin layer of plastic for protection, which means they're staying put.
Halloween is still 2.5 weeks away, but the harvest is on for gigantic pumpkins in California. This one weighed in at a stunning 2,175 pounds. It may look more like a boulder, but this pumpkin is for real. It won the Safeway World Championship weigh-off in Half Moon Bay. Leonardo Urena says it's his first pumpkin that weighs more than 2,000 pounds. Urena's prize is a check for more than $15,000. I think I need to get into the pumpkin group.
Right? It's like, that's not too shabby.
My parents grew pumpkins for a little while, but
never that big, I'm guessing.
Nothing like that for sure. So.
That must have been fun growing up.
Yeah, you know, just on the farm with the sheep. They had some pumpkins. Nothing crazy, but we just went down there and picked our own pumpkin.
Yeah, little Farmer Todd.
Yeah, my cousins and I, so it's pretty cool. All right, outside right now, we're dealing with cool temperatures. You'll need the jacket. Most of us are right around 40 degrees here this morning, and that's where we stay through about 8 a.m. At that point, the sun will be high enough over the horizon. We'll start to warm things up quite quickly throughout the day today. In fact, it becomes pretty breezy with those winds out of the south. That gets highs into the upper 70s to the south, about 73 in Indianapolis, 72. The rain that you see there on my icon, that does not arrive until about 7 o'clock tonight. Until then, just increasing clouds, but completely dry conditions.
Todd, thank you. Charges have been filed against an Indiana mother whose son threatened to shoot up a middle school, but ended up turning the gun on himself. Ahead on Good Morning Indiana, the reason the prosecutor wants to hold her responsible.
And here's the live look at I-74 and State Road 267. You can see traffic here is traveling up to speed. We'll keep you updated on any crashes or delays. Stick around. We'll be right back after this short break.
Today at 10 on RTV6. This is Good Morning Indiana, working for you.
Coming up on Good Morning Indiana today, a woman accused of hitting and killing 3 kids at their bus stop a year ago was set to stand trial. Our Kelsey Anderson is live from Fulton County with the very latest.
And a man is in custody this morning after allegedly stabbing his mother to death. How a shooting downtown led to his arrest. But first, here at 5:30, we need to check in on the weather. Another cool start to our day.
Yeah, and you're going to feel that chill as you step out the door this morning. Todd Clausen is standing by with what we need to know and what changes we can expect later today.
Yeah, it is chilly this morning. You definitely have to have that jacket handy. And as we go throughout the course of the day, there will be some changes. So we'll start off with sunshine. So you'll need to have those sunglasses handy. And your outdoor workout is good to go. I didn't check the umbrella as of yet. If you have plans this evening, I would check that, but I really don't think you want to carry it around the entire day. For rain chances, that won't begin until about 7 o'clock this evening. So temperatures right now are in the 30s and 40s, so we're running a little bit warmer than we were yesterday, but still dipping down now to 36 degrees in Logansport. It's 39 in Anderson, as well as Kokomo, and the skies are clear. So we'll have plenty of sunshine throughout the morning hours, but there is 2 fronts that are going to come through. First, the warm front, and then the cold front will come through. Neither one of them has a lot in the way of moisture, but what you will notice is the wind will pick up throughout the day today, and the sunshine will give way to clouds. But notice the temperatures already up into the low 70s by early afternoon. Those rain chances will increase after 7 p.m. tonight. More on that coming up in just a few minutes, Lauren.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. We are monitoring some road work right now. This is on the north side at I-465 and Ditch Road. This could slow you down in both directions this morning. Let's take a look at our traffic now map. It looks like at this hour they are tracking some delays, but overall you just want to slow down and watch for the workers who are on the sides of the roads in that area. That's an ongoing project there on the north side. Let's take a turn right now down to the south side, I-65 and I-465, where it looks like everything's traveling up to speed. We'll keep an eye out for any crashes or delays this morning, and of course we'll keep you updated.
In just a few hours, the trial will begin for the 24-year-old woman accused of killing these 3 siblings and seriously injuring another boy at a bus stop in Fulton County. It happened on October 30th of last year, and today the jury trial is set to begin. Our Kelsey Anderson joins us live from Fulton County with more on this case. Kelsey, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, so Alyssa Shepard is charged with 5 different things. She's got 3 counts of reckless homicide, 1 count of criminal recklessness resulting in serious bodily harm, and 1 count of illegally passing a school bus. So Shepard could face a maximum of 21.5 years in prison if she is convicted of all the charges in this case. So to remind you, the accident happened the morning of October 30th near the intersection of State Road 25 and County Road 400 North in Fulton County. Police say Shepard allegedly disregarded the stop arm and lights of a stopped bus in front of a mobile home park, and that's when she hit 4 kids who were crossing the street to board that bus. 9-year-old Olivia Stahl and her twin brothers Xavier and Mason Engel were all pronounced dead at the scene. 11-year-old Maverick Lowe was flown to the hospital in critical condition. He has since been released and is still recovering from his injuries. Now, since the crash, there have been some safety updates, safety changes made. So now stop arm cameras are required on school buses, and children are not allowed to cross state highways to get on the bus. So Shepard's trial is set to begin here at the Fulton County Courthouse at 8:30 this morning. We will continue to update you on air and online. Live in Fulton County, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
Kelsey, thank you so much. It is 5:34 on your Tuesday. This morning, the man accused of stabbing his own mother to death in Speedway is in custody with a gunshot wound. Officers were called to a report of a shooting in the heart of downtown Indianapolis around 6:45 yesterday evening. This was at Pennsylvania and Maryland. That's where they found 39-year-old Vincent Edge, who had been shot in the leg. Investigators had been looking for Edge after his mother was found dead in a home off Horse Road on Sunday. As of this morning, it's still not clear who shot him. And a woman accused of slapping a child with disabilities on a school bus has been ordered to serve jail time.
An attorney released this video of the incident. Francella Van Fossen was also sentenced to 10 days in jail, community service, and fines. According to court documents, she was working as a Noblesville school bus aide when she slapped a 10-year-old girl on a bus in May. The report says the girl has a brain injury, so she uses a special wheelchair and needs help with basic needs. The mother of a teen who killed himself inside of a Richmond school in December is now facing multiple felony charges in connection with the incident. 43-year-old Mary York is charged with 6 felonies, including dangerous control of a child and 5 counts of neglect of a dependent, as well as a misdemeanor charge of criminal recklessness. York called police on December 13th to warn them her 14-year-old son intended to open fire at Dennis Intermediate School. Police and the teen exchanged gunfire before he turned the gun on himself.
It is 5:35 and services are set for an Indiana State Trooper who was killed in a crash on Friday night. Visitation for Trooper Peter Stephen will be held Thursday from 2 to 8 at Crossroads Community Church in Kokomo. The funeral service will be held Friday morning at 11 o'clock at the same church. This morning, a squad car is still on display outside of the State Police Post in Tippecanoe County, where you can pay your respects. It's covered in flowers and notes of condolences, which one fellow trooper says means a lot.
It's great to see. It's great to have that support. We don't always have that support, but unfortunately, times like this, we get a lot of support, and it's nice because doing what he did and doing what we do, it's tough at times, but Bo was always there, to step up and answer that call.
Investigators say Trooper Stephen was driving to assist another trooper when his car went off Old State Road 25 and crashed. He's survived by a wife and a 5-month-old daughter.
Indianapolis Public Schools is making a change to ensure all students have a fair shot at good grades, resources, and future opportunities. The new superintendent of IPS is making racial equity a priority and held a day-long summit on the topic on Monday. Teachers and students watched a documentary called True Justice, Brian Stevenson's Fight for Equality, to open the discussion. A panel was also held at the event for students to ask questions. One of the major goals was to give teachers the knowledge they need to discuss these topics in the classroom.
Equality is where, for instance, you give every child the same book. But if every child can't read that book, then equity comes in where you make sure that you give children what they need.
School officials say they are trying to keep the conversation going as it is always evolving.
Well, the project to keep Ann dancing takes a step forward today. Work will start on the update to this iconic electronic artwork that's on Mass Ave. The current piece will be removed and replaced with a new structure. And over the next few weeks, the changes will be made to the plaza on the Indianapolis Cultural Trail, and that is where Ann struts her stuff. The new components will be installed later this fall. The Cultural Trail raised more than $200,000 in donations earlier this year to fund that project.
City and community leaders are working together to prevent violence by encouraging people to turn over their guns. One organization helping to put together a gun buyback program is Violence Free Living. The group works with people who may make violent decisions and helps get them on a different path. The founder of the organization says if you want a safer city, it's important to do your part.
I think everybody in the community needs to be involved. I think all the nonprofit organizations that want to help reduce the crime in the city should definitely be there helping the city out. I think that it's very powerful the more people that are there.
The gun buyback will trade cash for guns. The event was originally scheduled for Saturday, but city leaders say the response from groups wanting to get involved has been so strong they postponed so more organizations can take part.
If you and your family need flu shots, another low-cost clinic will be held today. It goes from 9 o'clock this morning until noon at the Indiana Chin Baptist Church that's on Madison Avenue on the south side. It's one of several clinics hosted this month by the Marion County Health Department. Shots are $20 for people ages 2 and older, and kids under 2 can get them for free. And as the kiddos are heading out to the bus stop, Todd, what do they need to know?
You know, they need to grab the jacket here this morning, but you will not need the jacket once the kids come home from school. The temperature this morning on average is right around 40 degrees. Some of you to the north and off to the east are a little bit below that number, and some of you are a little bit above 40 degrees, so let's kind of average it out for you. But skies are completely clear this morning. As the kids come home, partly sunny skies, but look at that temperature, up to 73 degrees for your high. So it's a mild day. It turns breezy this afternoon, and the kids should get home while it is still dry. However, this evening, we are expecting some rain showers to develop across the area. We're not looking at a washout. We're not looking at any steady rainfall, but the showers will be pretty scattered in nature as the cold front makes its way through the area. But before that front makes it here, we're looking at high temperatures today that will be in the 70s for just about everybody. In fact, some of you in southern locales probably could get pretty close to 80 degrees later on this afternoon, so it's going to be nice and mild with increasing clouds. Those showers again are this evening. More on those coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. The stage is set for the 4th Democratic primary debate tonight. Coming up, the topics candidates are preparing for the first debate since the impeachment inquiry.
And Taco Bell is not serving beef in some locations after a recall. Still ahead, what is wrong with the key taco ingredient?
And here at 540, we're keeping a close eye on traffic as you're heading out the door to work or school. Monitoring some construction here on the northwest side. You can see the orange barrels on the travel lanes here. I-65 and Lafayette Road, traffic down to 1 lane, and it looks like both directions. So just use caution as you're heading out there. Everything's still traveling up to speed. We'll be right back. And take a look here. We're keeping a close eye on traffic this morning. This is what you'll face on the north side, I-465 near Ditch Road. You can see we have a lot of road construction going on here. Traffic can get by in both directions, but it is down to 1 lane in at least one direction here of the interstate. So just use caution as you're traveling eastbound and westbound on I-465 along the north side.
The 4th Democratic presidential debate will be held tonight in Ohio. It will be the most crowded stage yet, 12 candidates on one night. The 3 early frontrunners, Joe Biden and Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, will hope to maintain their edge as several other candidates push to close the gap in the polls. ABC's Rachel Scott is in Ohio with more.
In Westerville, Ohio, the stage is set, and it's the biggest in presidential primary history. 12 candidates on a single stage for tonight's Democratic debate. That's 2 more than the last time around. Senator Kamala Harris telling me this weekend that supersized lineup will come at a cost.
I don't think as much that can be talked about in a serious way.
The 3 early frontrunners will be center stage. Senator Bernie Sanders will return back to the spotlight after suffering a heart attack. But before he steps back into the ring, the senator making his case for why he deserves the progressive vote over Senator Elizabeth Warren.
Well, Elizabeth, I think, as you know, has said that she is a capitalist through her bones. I'm not.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg also taking a dig at Warren, saying her push for Medicare for all amounts to a proposal that's, quote, my way or the highway. But looming over tonight's debate, the battle over impeachment. Democrats escalating their attacks on President Trump after he asked both Ukraine and China to investigate Joe Biden and his son Hunter, who had business dealings there while his father was vice president. Hunter announcing he will step down from his board position at a Chinese-backed company.
Why is he just now making the decision to step down from the board of a Chinese-backed company?
No one has indicated of any consequence that anything was done wrong or illegally by me or by my son.
And that is one big wild card for tonight, if Joe Biden will get questions about his son's business dealings and if his rivals will criticize him for it. Rachel Scott, ABC News, Westerville, Ohio.
Coming up on Good Morning America, Amy Robach sits down with Hunter Biden in an exclusive interview. Hunter, Joe Biden's son, has been a focal point in the political firestorm for his former position on the board of the Ukrainian gas company. She met with him over the weekend at his home in Los Angeles, and no questions were off limits. Again, you can see the exclusive interview at 7 o'clock this morning on Good Morning America.
Here at 5:46, the U.S. has imposed new sanctions on Turkey over the country's attacks into northern Syria. Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin and Vice President Mike Pence announcing the sanctions at the White House. President Trump spoke with the president of Turkey, asking him to stop the invasion, enact an immediate ceasefire, and begin negotiations with the Kurdish forces in Syria. Trump authorized the sanctions with an executive order to raise steel tariffs by 50% and cut off trade negotiations. The attacks in Syria have killed hundreds and allowed for some ISIS prisoners held there to run free.
Taco Bell will be missing a major ingredient today because of a recall. The restaurant chain is recalling 2.3 million pounds of seasoned beef. The beef supplier, Kenosha Beef International in Columbus, Ohio, issued the recall after concern the meat could be contaminated with metal shavings. Taco Bell says the beef was removed from locations across 21 states. The restaurant chain is now working with the supplier and the USDA to fix the problem. At 5:47, you might be waking up and making yourself a breakfast burrito right now.
That sounds pretty good.
And Todd, people are going to want something nice and warm before they head out the door.
Yeah, you know, it's another chilly morning. You may have to grab the coffee times two here this morning as you get going. Temperatures right now are in the 30s and 40s, depending on where you are. And this morning we're looking at sunny but cool weather, but we will warm quickly throughout the course of the morning hours. That is the good news. And by this afternoon, it's breezy, it's dry, but it's turning mild with temperatures that'll be in the 70s. Then this evening, we bring in some scattered showers. So a little bit of everything in the forecast here for the day today, from sunshine to mild temperatures, and then eventually some rain showers later on this evening. But again, this morning you are just fine as you start your morning commute and the kids head off to school. They're not on fall break. 45 degrees. That's the current temperature right now with just a light wind. But that wind, again, will pick up out of the southeast, and that's what's going to bring the warmer temperatures in here as the day progresses. But 36 in Greencastle right now. It's also 37 in Richmond. 41 is the current temperature in Tipton. And here's all the mild air that is just off to our southwest. And again, those southerly winds will bring that right here into central Indiana throughout the course of the day. So initially, until the sun gets higher above the horizon, we do remain cool. You have to remember the sunrise now isn't until just before 8 a.m. So we're still in the 40s at 9 a.m. But then here's the moderation and the temperatures really quick by the noon hour already into the low 60s. That'll make us warmer than we were at any point throughout the day yesterday. And then eventually high temperatures today will be up into the low 70s. So it's going to be nice and mild for us. Here are the clear skies that you see. You don't really see a front off to our west. A lot of times when we have a cold front coming through, you can see the band of rain. Not the case here this morning. Again, you'll notice the clouds increase throughout the day, but that front does not arrive in our forecast until later on this evening. Can I rule out the chance of maybe a stray shower, it would say after 3 o'clock? No, but it would be extremely hit or miss. The better rain chance will be after 7 o'clock as this front slides through the area, with the heaviest rain potential late this evening over eastern locations, and then that front goes through, and by the time we get to tomorrow, we are looking at quiet weather once again, but much cooler. So this evening is the time frame that you need to have that umbrella handy, but it's all rain with temperatures that will be in the 60s. And then for the day tomorrow, look at the temperatures. It is cool tomorrow. You're probably going to need a jacket throughout the entire entire day. The good news is partly cloudy skies, 40s in the morning. Low 50s, though, is all we can do for your high temperature tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't stay cool, though, long. We're back into the low 60s by Friday. And this weekend, it's going to be mild with temperatures that'll be in the 70s. Lauren?
All right, Todd, thanks so much. We do have some road construction that might slow you down just a little bit on your morning drive. Taking a look here on the south side, as you're traveling northbound on I-65 past Southport Road up to the I-465 ramps. We have crews working in that area, slowing things down just a little bit. And then we do have some slowdowns here, especially along eastbound I-465 between Michigan Road and Meridian Street. And let's take a look at why. This is our NDOT traffic camera at Ditch Road, and you can see a lot of construction going on, lanes restricted in both directions. We'll continue to monitor this and let you know if there are any delays. We can see traffic is picking up and slowing down just a bit.
JetBlue is taking the top spot for being the nation's top airline for families. The Points Guy ranked JetBlue #1, crediting the airline for its seat comfort, unlimited free snack basket, and the ability for families to pool miles together. Southwest came in second for its free bag policy and family-friendly boarding. #3 was Hawaiian Airlines for best on-time performance. Alaska Airlines, Delta, United, and American also made the list.
A Panera Bread employee is out of a job after exposing how their mac and cheese was made. The woman posted a quick clip on social media, the app TikTok, showing her putting a frozen bag of Panera's white cheddar mac and cheese in hot water. Then she empties the bag into a bowl and serves it. The video earned nearly 950,000 views on the app. The packaging is common in many restaurants, but the woman later posted another video saying that she had been fired. A Panera spokesperson responded saying the company doesn't comment on personnel matters, but the meals are shipped frozen so they can leave out certain preservatives. I'd be more concerned that someone's just using their phone while they're preparing my food, right?
Yes, yeah. What if they dropped it in mac and cheese? A crossing guard is given a big surprise for his 80th birthday. After the break, how kids and parents celebrated him and his special message. We'll be right back.
And refined Atlas SE with technology.
5:55 on your Tuesday, and here's a live look right now at I-465 and Ditch Road. This is on the north side where we have a lot of construction going on. Look at that equipment there. Traffic's down to one lane in one direction and then restricted in another. So just use caution as you're heading out the door on the north side.
A crossing guard in Illinois was given a special surprise for his 80th birthday. More than 100 people showed up to celebrate Alec Childress's birthday last week. Kids and parents threw the surprise party for him to thank him for his kindness and work. Even former students stopped by for the occasion. Childress has worked as a crossing guard since 2005 after retiring from a career in construction. He greets the kids every morning saying, "Peace, I gotcha." So on Thursday, kids welcomed him with more than 100-yard sign that read, "Peace, we gotcha."
Love that story. Yes. And as kids are heading out to the bus stop today, maybe seeing a nice crossing guard like that gentleman, they need to probably wear the jacket.
Yeah, maybe bundle up a smidge.
Yeah, you know, you probably need the jacket. It's probably not cold enough here this morning for the hat and gloves yet. But in Bloomington, we are now down into the upper 30s. So obviously, if you're going to be out for an extended period of time, you may want to have the hat and gloves handy. 43 in Indy, 46 in Muncie. Radar is quiet right now, and that's the way it stays throughout much of the day. However, this evening, we will bring in some rain showers, but it's probably not until at least 7 o'clock onwards. So throughout the day, we start off with sunshine. The clouds will increase throughout the entire day as the wind picks up, but that wind will help to take the temperatures all the way up into the 70s later on this afternoon. So it's a decent day for us, but just if you're going to be out this evening, you'll want to have the umbrella handy. The time now is 5:56. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Stay with Good Morning Indiana. We'll see you in just a couple minutes.